Go, come for me, that's true.
And I could not
take people.
Name calling.
It's not true.
Physicians, scientists, nutritionists, or slandering my formula with things that are just
not true. Then you're gonna be blocked. Blocked about 25 people.
Shook it. I am shook it. I had no idea this was going to happen. Tati Westbrook has gone on a mad Snapchat rant. She has announced to the world that she has made $1 million grossing from her new multivitamin, and basically everything has kicked off. Welcome back, I am John Kuckian. This is Kuckian's Courtroom, and we've just been following Tati's makeup launch. She's been talking about it for a really long time, and I thought it would make really interesting content to just see what's happening, follow the launch, follow the drama, and also do a few little bits of investigation. And episode 2 in this series was yesterday. I'm really cautious because when I post things on a Saturday, less of you make time for me. And then you come to me on Sunday like, oh my God, I hate my life. And I'm like, okay, just come back to mummy, Peppa Pig, fuck. So if you have not yet watched episode 2, go and watch that now. Don't wait till the end of this video. Pause this one. First link in the description, or it'll be in this playlist. There's some big things that we look into. But in this video, we are going to be going over Tati's very emotional set of Snapchats that she's posted.
Take it. This is one of the happiest days of my life, and I could not take people name calling, nitpicking, and coming at me the way that they did when I know that I am working with qualified physicians, scientists, nutritionists, a big team with big minds, and go, come for me, that's fine.
She talks about disabling the comments on the launch video. She talks about all the negativity. She talks about how she turned over $1 million. So why don't we get straight into this video?
This is officially the first moment all day, that I have actually sat down, collected myself. I know, looking from the outside in, there is a lot of negativity, concern, questions, and I definitely will be answering every question. I had just been focusing more on the launch, making sure everything was running really smoothly.
So she openly says that they have sold 25,000 units, and that's halfway through their inventory. So she's saying that they've made 50,000 units for the launch and they've sold half of them. It retails for $40 plus shipping on top of that, which means $40 times 25,000 units is a gross revenue of $1 million. Now, some of you may say, well, that's a lot this, that's a lot that. The way that this scheme works that Tati's created is that it's a repeat purchase that you make every single month. So people that bought the Jaclyn Hill palette, for example, did give her that $40 and they did sell X amount of units, for example. But the thing with this scheme is that it's a continuous purchase. So if she was to maintain the same customer base that she's allegedly built up in the past few days from when she's launched, she will be turning over 12 million gross revenue a year just from selling this vitamin supplement.
We have sold over 25,000 bottles, and that means we're about halfway through our inventory, so that is fantastic. I'm really proud of it. I'm proud of how things are going. I know that you guys want some answers, so I'm here to give you those, but do know I have more of an in-depth type of a detailed look that I do want to do. It's been a challenging day. It's been exciting, but so challenging. I feel very misunderstood, and I am going to break down everything that is in Halo Beauty in an upcoming video on my YouTube channel where I can really go into it all. But right now, what I want to do is just touch on a few main comments and concerns. And the thing that I'm not down for as far as blocking people or removing comments is if you're being aggressive, if you are bullying each other and causing fights and negativity, or slandering my formula with things that are just not true, then you're going to be blocked. I've blocked about 25 people. I will tell you that straight out there. That has happened.
I think it was interesting that Tati said she's only blocked 25 people, because when everything was happening with Jeffrey, basically she defended Jeffrey a while ago, and a lot of her own fans were messaging her saying we're not sure about this, we like the fact that your channel's a safe place, and she went on an absolute rampage blocking, deleting. I think she even said that she'd blocked over 1,000 people, At one point, you can find the Snapchats. I'm sure we covered it in a video. I feel like she's tamed herself. Like, she's aware that people are watching. And whereas before with the whole Jeffrey thing, she really just popped off. And I think alienated a lot of her own audience when she did that. Because it wasn't people attacking it. It was people that were a bit concerned. Just like, you know, this isn't really what us as your loyal audience want to see. But that's a whole other story. You can go back and watch those videos.
I also feel like I really want to clear up a few rumors right now, and I hate that my character is being thrashed and that people are really counting me out and thinking that a woman like myself has no business developing a brand like this when really anyone with a vision could. I leaned on professionals that are qualified to do so. I am working with the best physicians, the best scientists, the best nutritionists. I have a team. I have advisors. We have talked about this formula through and through to get it to this point, and it is safe. Of course, it is a vitamin, and this is something that you ingest, so you want to talk to your doctor if you have any medical conditions, if you have concerns, if you are pregnant or breastfeeding. It does state on the bottle very clearly to consult with your physician, so I'm not hiding behind anything there at all.
It's already Sunday and I'm going to put a poll on the screen right now. Do you want me to do an investigation video into the ingredients, all of them, myself, and comparisons to other vitamins? If you would like me to do that, I will happily do it. It will take me some time, but please just tell me in the poll if that is something that you want to see, because it will be more meticulous than like a normal video.
Even the bottle that I had manufactured, I had the bottle made. It's a custom mold, but I chose a dust-free facility because I knew that vitamins were going in the bottle. Not everyone does that. So I went the extra mile with every single detail.
I know that the lid on the bottle does look like a custom mold because it has XO TATI. Do you remember with my kuckian liquid lipsticks? With my liquid lipsticks, I was telling you that if you take this, for example, just the lipstick, there's a custom mold inside the lid. But this is more expensive, I would presume, than hers because mine is solid steel. So when you make molds for things, materials that are harder to work with, like steel, it becomes more expensive. That is an example of someone putting in the extra mile. This isn't me trying to big myself up whatsoever, but I'm just explaining to you. If you were to use like a very standard ColourPop tube, which is mass produced, it saves costs. But Tati has obviously put in a few $1,000s or a few $10,000 potentially manufacturing this custom mold for the bottle.
Let's chat for a moment about saw palmetto, because that seems to be the one ingredient that everybody is really concerned about. And I get it, because if one person shouts, hey, oh my gosh, the building is on fire, everybody's gonna run. It's that kind of a situation. I really hope for you guys when you are watching videos, when you are reading those comments, that you dig a little bit deeper, because these statements that a lot of people are making are assumptions and they aren't based on actual fact. So saw palmetto is not going to get you pregnant. It is not going to make your birth control not work. It's actually included in a leading hair, skin, and nails vitamin that I took for a long time myself, Nutrafol. So I took this. It's a great vitamin. It's about $100 and it does contain saw palmetto. Something I don't like about Nutrafol is they don't list the exact amount of saw palmetto that you are getting in their blend. We do. I made it a point to make sure that we never had a listing of blends of 10 different ingredients and then giving you the amount of that blend. I'm not doing that. Everything is very clearly listed.
Again, I will save this for a dedicated video on the ingredients if you do want me to do that, but this whole talk about biotin, a lot of people were saying that the dosage that she's putting in is 1,000 times over the RDA. The result of this was if you take it for over 3 weeks, there are some studies that have shown people develop acne and stuff like that. Tati's directly saying that she never had acne, but it is just something to keep in mind that she's saying this pill is for everyone, but I do feel like there's certain types of skin groups, potentially also people that are oily, because of some of the ingredients that she's included, I think potentially wouldn't be appropriate. When we're talking about skin, there's so many different skin types, and I do just think that even though she did make a point of saying this is an all-inclusive skin pill, I do kind of think that at the same time, like a pencil and a pen will probably work for 90% of the population, 99%. When we're talking about skincare, I do think it's a bit more. Do you know what I mean? I don't know.
So Nutrafol just had Unilever invest in them. They are a big brand in hair, skin, and nails. Again, they are a very expensive brand. I didn't want to bring to market something that cost upwards of $100, so I didn't do that. I went a different route. But my point is, saw palmetto, if it was causing such a huge problem in the market and was unsafe, a product like Nutrafol that has, right on their website, trusted by 600 physicians, that would not be a leading statement. No one would put their name on it if this was so harmful. It just wouldn't happen. So I also want to get to why I chose saw palmetto. Saw palmetto can do a lot of really great things. It can reduce breakouts, it can reduce inflammation, it may help you with any premature hair loss, and I love that it is part of our formula, especially when combined with biotin. It can balance out some of the side effects that biotin does sometimes have. Not for everyone. I actually never experience any breakouts from biotin, but some people do experience mild breakouts. And with the dosage that we put in of biotin mixed with saw palmetto, you're not going to have that problem. So that was the reasoning behind putting saw palmetto in Halo Beauty.
This was a very weird argument, okay, saying, oh, well, if you went and picked up all of these vitamins individually.
A few people are really coming for me saying that I'm just selling biotin, and I think that one actually kicks me in the gut the most, because this formula, if you were to go and piece it apart, just hop online to any vitamin retailer or go to your GNC or drugstore and put this formula together, it will cost you over $100. I did not cut corners anywhere, and everything works together. Everything is blended together to give you results. So I believe in this formula 100%.
It would cost you over $100. And it confused me, because that's why people buy multivitamins. You buy a multivitamin for the same price and it has all the things in it. She's almost saying, like, if you went out and bought a tub of vitamin A, a tub of vitamin D, a tub of magnesium, it would be over $100. But that isn't what you would do in the first place. I feel like what you would do is buy a multivitamin. Let me get mine. This is my multivitamin. This is what I've taken for a long time. This is the multivitamin that I use. It's called Optimen, hashtag not sponsored, not one of the athletes. Whenever I have any friends that get ill and they're very sick and they take antibiotics, I'll always tell them to buy a set of these multivitamins and take them, because the extra things that you're going to get when you're missing out on things on your diet is absolutely fantastic, okay? And pretty much every single thing that Tati has included within her multivitamin is here on this multivitamin as well, minus the things that are specific to hair. So, and more, like there's way more here. There's amino acids, there's iodine, boron, chromium. There are 37 ingredients, including biotin, okay? So if I was to take my recommended serving of this multivitamin, which is for a guy that are really working out very heavily, it contains 180 micrograms of biotin, which is 360%. So it contains biotin at a third of the dosage of Tati's product. This is just me giving you an example. This, I think, cost me £25, okay? And it contains 60 servings in total, 3 pills per serving. So this would last you 2 months, and I think it was £25 to £30. And it contains way more ingredients, and I can tell you it's good stuff. It's kind of just peace of mind that you'll get all of those things. So this is just me giving you an example. This is not to drag Tati. I'm very proud that a YouTuber has gone ahead and created a product and launched it into the world. I think it's a fantastic achievement. I think it's really doing it for YouTube. But at the same time, I do kind of think, in comparison to other more well-known brands that do offer more for a lower price, I do think it's a bit on ice a little bit. That was just me talking about this $100 comparison. I do think that was a little bit manipulative of Tati to say, if you bought these pills individually, it would cost $100.
Because this formula, if you were to go and piece it apart, just hop online to any vitamin retailer or go to your GNC or drugstore and put this formula together, it will cost you over $100.
Tati isn't competing with individual pill brands. She's competing with multivitamins, and multivitamins with all of these ingredients do not cost over $100 unless you're going to like a really sort of expensive brand. She says she's not encouraging children to take this product. I personally didn't hear her say that in the launch video. I know it says keep out of reach of children, but it doesn't, I didn't see an age rating or anything. And there are things in there that are, you know, things that will affect your body in a sense, you know. But anyway, let's just continue.
We are all very clear on what Halo Beauty is all about, but there is more information on each ingredient and listing of the ingredients on halobeauty.com, so you can check that out as well. And oh my gosh, I gotta get back to emails and checking on everything with the launch. It has just been, I'm gonna leave it there because I just have so much more that I need to take care of with it being launch day. We are doing everything to answer all questions through customer service and I'm so excited for you guys to try this. You are gonna love it. You're gonna love it. And I'm really happy that I did get the support that I did. This is still a very successful day, so thank you guys. And to everyone else that has concerns, please consult with your physician, take a pause. If this is not for you, that's totally okay, but please do not discredit me with misinformation. I am not putting anything out there that is harmful.
From what I saw, and please judge for yourself, the majority of people were not malicious, nasty people digging into Tati to make horrible remarks. The majority of comments were people saying, Tati, I love you, but like, I'm just not sure about this, I'm not sure about that, I have a question about this ingredient. I know that there's one girl that posted a series of questions that were just like very straightforward, and she just said, thank you so much. Like, it was very polite. I don't think Tati was being attacked here. And I do think it's strange because midway through this video, she did say, like, some people think that because I'm a woman, I shouldn't be able to do this. And she made it about her gender. And I just thought it was very, very...
And I hate that my character is being thrashed and that people are really counting me out and thinking that a woman like myself has no business developing a brand like this.
Manipulative, because no one is saying, oh, you're a woman, therefore you shouldn't bring out a multivitamin. Not one person has said that. 98% of Tati's audience is probably female. So I really don't understand why she would make it about being a woman. I feel like it's trying to... It just didn't sit well with me, because people aren't saying you're a woman, therefore you can't bring out a multivitamin. It was nothing about that. People were saying you don't have any medical background, which is fine. She's coming against that with a counter argument saying I'm working with professionals, which is completely fair enough, and it completely counteracts that. But just the fact that she threw in this card about, like, well, people don't want to see a woman succeed, and it's like, it's women that are just asking you questions, and they're your loyal followers. No one is saying you're a woman, therefore you can't. I didn't understand what she was trying to get at. I thought she was just trying to use that.
Guys, I'm gonna get back to work. I will hop back on here later, answer more questions. But just so those of you that were wondering on Twitter, like, why hasn't she answered in the comment section, fiasco, I'm sorry. I could not take it. This is one of the happiest days of my life, and I could not take people name calling, nitpicking, and coming at me the way that they did with a bunch of false, unbacked information when I know that I am working with qualified physicians, scientists, nutritionists, a big team with big minds, and I'm working with the right lab. So
have you heard this? Scientists, nutritionalist, bitch. This whole starting to irritate me like a yeast infection. Oh, she thick. I don't know what it reminds me of. Maybe Grace and Frankie. Do you ever get that vibe? The way she's like doing the thing. Like, obviously this is no shade to Tati whatsoever. Love Tati to pieces. No tea, no shade. You can do this. You can come for me, darling. You can come for me. I'll be waiting in my restroom. Is a restroom a toilet? I meant to say like a ready room. This is really just following what's happening. Don't really have too much to say about the situation. Congratulations to Tati on launching a brand. Congratulations on all of her success on allegedly selling 25,000 units and making $1 million gross. That's a really fantastic achievement to be doing that on the initial launch of a brand. And you can see that she's definitely done hard work in terms of the marketing, the website, the packaging. As I said in yesterday's video, I don't think this is a case of stupidity and incompetence. I think this is intelligence, and it makes it a bit more complicated. With the Laura Lee scandal, which I am going to finish, you can see that the website had very, very little attention to detail put in terms of the sentences not reading properly, the entire thing being spelt incorrectly mostly, and the layout of the website generally looking like a Bebo blog. Who remembers Bebo? Leave a thumbs up if you remember Bebo. Oh my God, I own this pic. Can I own this? Yes, you can own this. This pic owned by... Do you remember that? I don't think this is a case of incompetence. I think this is a case of intelligence, and it requires a much more fine-toothed comb to look for things. I don't think that Tati has gone half-assed. Tati is a millionaire. She gets 1 million views a video a day. She posts 5 days a week, 7 days a week, whatever. And I mean, if you look up, I mean, I'm pretty sure all in all, she's making way north of $5 million a year. And I don't think that she would even bother launching this brand if it was only going to make her a measly million. That's why it's a recurring purchase theme. If she can go from making 5 million to making 12 million, on top of that original 5 million, then it's really worth it, you know? That does make sense. I do want to know what you think about this entire situation down below. If you enjoyed the video, please leave me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and never miss a Kuckian's Courtroom. time. If you click the bell, you'll always get a pop-up, and that's what I would recommend, because the party always starts within the first 2 hours of me posting. I'm always there in the comments. Everything kicks off. That's when the tea is really churning. I would say I'll be on Snapchat. Snapchat's a bit dead right now, so I don't know if you'd want to, because you're probably not going to see my story, but you can if you want to. It's johnkuckian. Instagram is just johnkuckian as well. I want to say a massive thank you for watching. I really hope you've been enjoying this series. This is episode 3. If you would like me to do an ingredients breakdown, please tell me down below. If you've got this far through the video, please comment sad fish. No, the sad fish is too sad. Comment Pepper's leg edgy. Everyone's gonna think this is like a really alternative channel. Oh my god, Pepper's leg, bitch. Thank you for watching, and I will see you really, really soon. Bye.